So yeah, a monoculture is the same thing planted over and over and over again. That's what we have today. Where we got the idea from, I don't know, it wasn't from nature. But then, so this out of balance system of one plant planted over and over again, it's not like nature, where there's a systemic model of plants in a cycle, and there's lots of life in the soil. Because of this pesticide infestations, a pest that will only like that one plant will just become out of control. So pesticides are necessary. These kinds of farmers, they don't like other stuff growing with their stuff, so then they use herbicides. They're growing all the lines we need to have drawn right now have been drawn between glyphosate, the herbicide, and cancer. So it's this chemical dependent farming model that is causing the health crisis today. And so everything in the grocery store, yeah, it's out. You can't use it for this diet. If you do the nutritional diversity diet using that produce, you're gonna get sick because you're just gonna overload yourself on chemicals. I would say, at least here in Panama where I'm at, it would be better to eat beef in that case because it's grass fed. Without the vegan conscious arguments and whatnot, just as far as looking at modern diet and what people eat today, you would assume that a high vegetable diet is healthy, but today, if it's in the modern food supply, it's actually not. So what you have to do is figure out what permaculture is and get your food from a permaculture. Okay, so as far as the nutritional diversity diet goes, we did surveys and we found out that people eat now between 6 and 24 different things on a normal, depending on how much their income is usually, is what the determining factor is and how high their diversity is. But it always falls just low, what we find to be a very low minimum of 30 species. We really find the minimum at 60 species, but for older people or extremely younger people, it could be nice to start at 30 species for a while, just to get the digestive part of it down. It takes a little bit to really feel like you're doing something efficient as far as your food goes when you up your diversity at first. So with nutritional diversity, you got to find your new source, you got to get a high diversity, and then you'll start to really see the benefits of what we're talking about. And remember that at least here in Panama, if we learn from our animals, the howler monkey eats 120 species. That's an omnivore. A jaguar eats around 85 species on a regular basis. That's a carnivore. So these are high diversities right here. We eat 6 to 24 species on a regular basis, and they're all from the monoculture food supply. Even the animals, this is a tragic farming methods. It's really abusive. And we could go into this whole thing, but yeah, that's good. That's good for now.